This is the ugliest thing I have ever seen in my entire life. Oh, shit. The Droplist and the retails are out. Let's get to it, baby. Alright guys, let me pull out my other phone. Two phone shorty.
Two phones, one for the plug and one for the load. I got two phones.
Anyways, what is up YouTube? Welcome to Solid Women Video. Today we are going to go over the week 18 drop list. Now, I believe this is the second to the last week. Am I right? Am I right or am I right? And I am right. So there are 2 weeks left and this is one of the final weeks. Now, that being said, this week is pretty hype, but it's really only hype because of one item. Now, I want to say this week is good because of this one item, but let's be real, it's the only item I care about. This week is trash. It's probably one of the worst weeks to drop all season. There is just so much garbage dropping this week. Now that is just my opinion, so I apologize if you guys have a difference of opinion. But anyways, that being said, since there is nothing but trash dropping this week, if you guys would like to cop some last minute holiday deals, I'm telling you this sale will not last very much longer, and once it goes off sale, there will not be another sale for 6 months. Check out Essence. Essence is an amazing website where you can cop a bunch of designer goods. No, this video is not sponsored by Essence, but I do shop there. So the links do help me out even though it's not sponsored. All that's through a third party. I wish Essence would sponsor me. That'd be really great. Essence, hit me up. But there are a bunch of amazing stuff on there. You guys know I love Essence sales. I've shouted them out before and I always put on for them. They have good sales on Y3, Heron Preston, Off-White, like every designer that you could think of, all the way up to Prada, freaking Alexander McQueen, Alexander Wang, YSL. Like there's just tons of good sales and I will leave my favorite items down in the description below. So make sure you check out those links and take advantage of some last minute sales, because honestly there's nothing to cop this week on Supreme. The only thing I'll be going for is this Stife Bear, and it is $178 retail. I'm not quite sure how limited these will be. To be honest, I actually expected this to be a little bit more expensive. I expected it to be like $250 or $300. I don't even really think it's worth $178, but regardless, I'm probably gonna get it because, as you guys may know, if you guys have seen some of my videos, I kind of got like a little teddy bear plush collection going on. I got the Polo Palace Ralph Lauren teddy bear. It's not Ralph Lauren, it's Ralph Lauren. I got a separate Polo bear. I got a, oh man, I should do a collection video on all of my bears. Now, I'm not quite sure whether this hoodie will actually come off. If it does, that'll be insanely sick, but as you can see, he's wearing a mini box logo hoodie. Definitely a sick piece, one of the more hyped items of this season, and this is a piece that I would definitely recommend trying to acquire. I'm not quite sure how big these things are, but regardless, it's definitely a piece that I want to get. And as you guys know, I'm currently in LA, so I registered for the in-store drop, so hopefully I get a spot in line Thursday morning. Now, as for the rest of the drop, it's looking pretty trash. First of all, you have this Scotch, I don't know how to pronounce it, leather jacket. It does have these zip-off sleeves. I think I saw some people actually hyped about this. For me personally, I am not a fan of this at all. It's dropping in a black, a yellow, and then an astronaut silver, and it almost looks like
Today, Junior?
it almost looks like the vest has an extra layer over the puffer, so even though you can zip the sleeves off, it kind of has like a vest in a vest. It's hard to explain, but yeah, that shit is trash to me. It's gonna be super expensive. In fact, thankfully I have the retails right here. It's $628. If I was gonna spend that kind of money on anything Supreme, I would have bought the Supreme down jacket last week. However, that shit was too expensive. There's no fucking way I'm paying $650 for a down jacket. Or I should specify, a Supreme down jacket. Next up, we have these Sherpa-lined denim shirts. I actually rather like these. I think they're a pretty clean piece. However, I will not be going for them. I don't think the retail is extremely bad due to the fact that they are Sherpa-lined. That being said, they're a little bit basic, and it's just not something that I really think is worth spending that kind of money on. You can find a similar style in the thrift. And that's kind of how I feel for the majority of these pieces. For example, this quilted hoodie and quilted pant. These also are items that I just do not feel like, I just don't feel like they're worth it. There have been many other releases that have quilted hoodies. Like for example, a long time ago, you guys know I used to love this quilted 10 deep hoodie. That was super sick. It had a little bit more done to it. It had some tackle twill on the back. It was a sick piece. This, in my personal opinion, is just nothing special. It's literally just a quilted pattern all over a hoodie. There's no branding whatsoever, and I don't necessarily think a piece needs to be branded, but for the price tag they are charging, I just do not think that is worth it at all. The hoodie is normal hoodie price, which is $158, and then the sweatpant is $148. That is ridiculous for what it is. I really hope they don't even sell a single one of those. I'm sure they still will because it's Supreme, but like I really hope that not a single one of those sells at all, because whoever made that suggestion is just trash. And honestly, even these colors are not that good. They have a gray, they have like a royal blue, a black, a red, and a brown. The only colors that are like somewhat decent, like, I mean, I guess the red and the black and the gray are like all essential colors, but none of them are that special to me. None of these colors would want me to spend that kind of money for a piece like this. I don't know, really freaking strange. I will say one jacket I do kind of like is this like knitted zip up jacket right here. This is the plaid front zip sweater. Shout out to everyone who's like, plaid, it's tartan. I forget the difference. I'm sure someone will school me in the comments down below, but I think tartan is what they call it in like Ireland or Scotland or something, where it originates from. So I think tartan is like the proper term. However, a lot of people in America just say plaid for this pattern. Anyways, I think this is a super sick piece. I really like that white one. I'm not a big fan of the black one. This piece is actually rather nice, and the more I look at it, the more I actually consider copying it. I'm not quite sure if I'm going to, but it is definitely something I will consider buying. What's the price tag? $198. Maybe I won't buy this piece, actually. I don't know, man. It just feels like the prices get worse and worse with Supreme. Like, what are you doing? And this is something that I saw in Bape as well. I'll talk about my frustration with Supreme in a moment, but you have the knit stripe hooded long sleeve top. What is that? Which one is that? If you smoke weed, this is probably a good a good hoodie for you. This definitely seems like a 420 celebration hoodie right here. It's like, I don't know, it kind of has like some hippie vibes to it. I kind of rock with it, actually. I think it's like actually rather dope. I didn't even see it because it's like off into the corner. Now this Champion hoodie, this is the ugliest thing I have ever seen in my entire life. Why did they do that? Basically what their design idea was is they took this little tag that is usually on the bottom left, they expanded it to a ridiculous amount and put it on the chest. Yes, just blatantly strapped across your chesticles. It looks fucking disgusting. It's probably the ugliest hoodie I have seen in like the last decade. Why is that a thing? I really do not know what Supreme was thinking. That is absolute trash. By far the worst piece that Champion and Supreme has ever released. God, I really hope that wasn't Champion that came up with that, and whoever greenlighted that is a terrible person and should be fired. You should not have a job. Anyways, next up we have these scarves. It looks like it's just like a, oh, it's just Supreme stacked 1,000 million times. I'm not a big fan of these colorways, so yeah, these are all passes for me. Maybe the yellow and green, only because it's kind of like a vintage Sonics colorway, but let's be real, Sonics are never coming back, so fuck it, I'm definitely not getting none of these. And then we have the hats. Now we do have this hat that has this all over print Supreme. This thing is trash. I believe it is, it looks kind of like it's like made of a special material, maybe like some kind of wool or, okay, tweed.
You want to sit there and stay on the weed?
Camp cap. $54, and that is definitely not going to be purchased. And then we have the patent leather patch. Now this I actually rather like. I'm not a big fan of their camp caps, but I like some of these colors. Like this somewhat like maroon color in the front is super sick. I'm not a fan of the blue or the white, but all these other colors on the back left, they look really clean. It's kind of like a tonal pattern, so the patent leather patch is the exact same color as the cap, but because it's a different material, it kind of shines and pops a little bit more. Kind of like when you have tonal embroidery, the embroidery kind of shines a little bit when it hits the light. It just looks really clean. And then last thing dropping, if you are in New York, it looks like there is a Supreme Dover Street Market exclusive, the cake tee. I'm not quite sure if this will drop at all Dover Street Market locations, but as far as I know, it's exclusive to Dover Street. It will not be releasing at Supreme. It kind of has this somewhat like watercolor painting of cake on plates. I'm not quite sure the significance of this. And then beneath the graphic on the left side it says Dover Street Market, and then on the other side it says Supreme. I'm not quite sure who manufactured it, so I'm not sure if it's Supreme quality or Dover Street Market quality. Being the fact that it is releasing at Dover Street Market, I'm not sure if it's an actual Dover Street Market tee. But either way, it's not even that fire. It sucks. So yeah. That was a serious yawn. Shout out to my real ones that be yawning with me. But I don't know, man. This is just like such a letdown. This Supreme week is trash, dude. This has to be the worst week of the season. Like, it has to be. I'm thinking back, and I almost want to like go back and compare, but I think this is actually the worst week. And I've been seeing this more and more with Supreme, but it seems like as the price goes higher, the quality gets shittier, which should not be a thing. At least if you're going to increase your prices consistently, make sure that your quality stays the same. Obviously, ideally, in a perfect world, I would like to see your quality go up as your price goes up, but if you can't do that, right? I understand inflation, I get it. So if you can't do that, at least keep the quality the same as the price goes up. But it seems like the quality gets shittier and shittier. I received a Supreme hoodie, and I want to talk more about this. If you guys want to see a video on this, of course, let me know by smashing that like button down below. I received a Supreme hoodie. It legit looks like it was made in China. Well, sorry, it was made in China, but it looks like a fake made in China. And I received it directly from Supreme. Like, I have the Supreme order. And it's just absolutely crazy that that's even a thing. Like, it just makes it harder and harder to legit check. It makes it easier and easier for people to make fakes. And it's like, oh man, I don't know, dude. Supreme is so frustrating sometimes. But anyways, let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Of course, while you're down there, if you do like these videos, if you enjoy it, then of course smash that like button down below. It really does help the channel out. Like I said before, make sure you check out those Essence sales. They have a ton of good deals and they're always updating it. So I know you guys may think, oh, I already shopped on Essence. Trust me, they've added a lot of shit since you shopped there. So make sure you check out those links in the comments down below or in the description down below, excuse me, and I'll leave a bunch of my favorite items from this sale. So thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it from the top and bottom of my heart. And as always, keep living the star life. Now I'm going to go read a book or something. I'm just kidding. I just feel like I should be reading in this location because it's just so like, I don't know, it's just such a vibe here.